All right. Oh, jeez, we're already messing up. All right. We are back. Mega Truck Media, the only podcast talking about mega trucks, all that good stuff. This is a special day, guys. We've got our first guest, and I can finally say that legitimately. And we are at the Southern Burners compound with my mega truck in the background, and we've got this fancy bar sitting right here. So,
I like it.
yeah. So I'm sitting here with returning co-host Logan and Kevin. Say what up, boys.
What's happening?
And today, our first ever guest, Mr. TJ Liberty. Whoop, whoop. He is the founder, owner of Lee County Black Smoke, right?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, man. So what we're doing today is talking about his event that he has coming up, and we're going to do a little advertisement for it, talk about how it got started, everything like that. So,
Let's start from the beginning.
yeah, man. So Lee County Black Smoke. You're born and raised in Lee County?
Born and raised at Lee Memorial.
You were born at Lee Memorial.
Memorial, right before Health Park.
Yep.
Was even? I didn't even think it was open yet.
Yeah.
But,
So,
yeah, born and raised. I've been into trucks my whole life.
yeah.
But yeah, going back to how it all really started, it's kind of funny because we were just talking about like Trucks Gone Wild and stuff like that. And like me growing up, we didn't really have events.
Yeah, of course.
Like there wasn't really, like I remember RYC opened. It was like, it was amazing. It was like,
Yep.
what is this?
Yep.
But obviously I started way after RYC opened. But the thing is I would go to truck pulls and stuff like that, and it was a great time. Everyone's there, but there wasn't really much energy there.
Of course,
you know. But so what happened was it's kind of funny going back. We were talking about Trucks Gone Wild. Trucks Gone Wild Volume 2.
Volume 2.
The second one. Remember we had LimeWire back in the day?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so like I was probably 15, 16 years old when that came out. And me and my younger brother Lane, he's only 3 or 4 years younger than me. I couldn't afford, like if I asked my mom like, hey, can I get like $20? Can you order this? Like she's not gonna call, because back then you had to call and order it. You know, on the phone. So I'm like, we got on LimeWire and we found it on bootleg, like the entire DVD. So we'd watch it and we'd watch it over and over and over and over again, and then that's when like Matt Steele, in Trucks Gone Wild, they really jumped on Facebook and they started promoting everything. And what happened was I was like, they put on a truck pull at Cowboys in Orlando.
Cowboys,
It
yep.
was probably like 2011.
Okay.
And I'm like, I went to it and I'm like, why don't we have this? Why can't we do this where we live?
Yeah, back home.
Yeah. So and then I came home and a couple of my buddies were like, because like when I want to do something, I go for it. Like I ask, what are they gonna say? No.
Yep.
So I got with me and my brother, and actually one of my buddies, Sean, that I've known for a very long time. He doesn't do anything with me. He was just there. And what happened was they did a charity pool at Fuel Tap and
Fuel.
Tavern
Yep.
from Mark when he passed away.
Yes, I remember this event.
That was a really good pull. I was there, and then I actually pulled in it. I was the first truck to pull.
Really?
Yeah, I blew a radiator hose. I was out quick. I was always out.
What
quick.
kind of truck was it?
I was like an 88 F250 on stock tires. It was like
Diesel, gas?
No, it had a 302. Like I just wanted to be a part of the event.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't gonna win, but anyways, so after that event, that was just a one-time event.
Yep.
And then I was talking to my buddies and stuff, and with my brother Lane. And this is when we had Facebook, but nobody was really advertising and using Facebook for like businesses or anything. It was just like we did with MySpace.
Way before Facebook Marketplace even,
Yeah, no marketplace, right?
Yeah. So basically, we made a page. I think my brother actually might have access to it still. It's like called Lee County Truck Pulls or something.
You know what?
Something
I
like
remember
that.
this,
sounds familiar.
bro. That is so familiar.
And we'd be like, hey, but before we did all that, we went to the bar, and like, I knew the bar was going down, like the owner and everything. He was just like, that, and during that time, it was like, it just wasn't, the ranch wasn't there, so it was kind of a dead parking lot.
Yep.
I could tell he was losing this place. So
yeah.
I went and approached him, and I'm like, hey, can we do a truck pull here, another one? and he didn't make money off the last one.
Yep.
But I'm like, hey, you can make money off this. I'm gonna bring a bunch of people here. So he's like, yeah, I don't care. So what happened? You know, I told my brother, I'm like, hey, get on there, make a page, and Google all these like cool trucks that aren't even like local.
Yeah.
We just post them on there.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, we're gonna do a truck pull this Friday night. It's free. Everyone come. There's like 20 people that showed up. Like, it was so bad. And the owner's out. He's just sitting out there, just shaking his head like whatever.
Yep.
And I'm like, we're gonna do this again next Friday. So the week later, there was like 80 people.
Yep.
Long story short.
Oh man, the compressor's running now. We are in a shop, guys. So, and Taylor's actually over there painting. This is a live operating shop.
Yeah,
so.
this isn't a green screen in the back with the truck back
So
there.
I might cut this a little bit, but TJ, make sure you pull that mic a little closer too.
Yeah, nothing stops around here. You
Yep.
know?
So going back the second week, there was like 80 people, and then the third week, there was like, that's when it started taking off. Like people were like, "Hey, we're coming," you know.
Yeah.
And I only think we did it like 3 or 4 times, but the last time we did it, we charged $5 to get in. Like I was just telling you.
Yes. Yeah. $5. That's what I paid. I remember.
Yeah, and the place that, but Fuel had like closed down within the 4 weeks.
Yep.
And then a hookah bar I think opened in there.
Yep.
And one of my good buddies, Karam, his older brother was like part ownership over it, and I was like, thank God, like, you know, I'm like, hey, you charge $5, you give me $1 for everyone.
Off every head, basically.
Yeah, because it's his place, you know.
Yep.
So there was like, I swear, you know, like when you go to events and people like Redneck Yacht Club, like, oh, there's 100,000 people there.
Yeah.
There's actually not. And
No, of course not.
And from what I've heard before, like, I think the most they've ever had was like 10,000.
Of course.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
It's a lot of people, though.
But people, are,
definitely.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like when you see a lot of people in trucks, it's like if you take the trucks away, then it's like okay. But
Yep.
going back to what I was saying is like, I swore there was like 200 people there.
And you know, from my recollection, 200 is probably what it
The
was.
last
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
though, and
Yeah.
I only made like $100.
But still, dude.
Hey,
I
better than
filled my
nothing.
truck up, you know.
Yeah,
I was like, hell
yeah.
yeah. So then after that, we didn't. It's not like we kept going there, and then do you guys want the whole story on this?
Dude,
Okay.
I'd love to hear this
All right,
because
I haven't really ever.
No,
like,
bro,
me and
you're
my
good.
wife,
Hey,
like-
go for it.
Yeah,
All right, so
man.
then after that, then what happened is I got with Jim over at Savage.
Yep,
And
Savage,
then
yep.
I'm like, he's like, he came to me and he's like, yo, there's a truck pool that like we should put on a truck pool at Catch 22.
Yep.
And my business partner Dante, that I currently we're 50-50 on everything.
Yep.
Like since basically before I'll get up to that, but anyways, we did it at his bar,
Really?
and then me and Jim we went in there and we killed it, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
I remember this.
I remember that poll
yeah,
too. Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like we
There's an audience. There's a reason for
we
this.
killed it, and then after that, me and Jim, we split ways. You know, he's doing his own thing and doing my own thing.
Yep.
It was just like a one-time thing, and then Dante calls me. I don't know, 6 months later, and he's like, "Hey, man, like, we talk. You know, we can do this more at my bar."
Yeah.
So we did a couple more after that. We killed it. Even the last one that we did there, it was raining.
And people still
like
showed
the
out.
worst thing.
Yeah, yeah.
When you plan an event and it rains, like you can't reschedule.
No,
it,
you
know?
can't. No, you just
Nobody
got to
else-
run with it.
Yeah, and still there was like 1,200 people that showed up. You know.
Yeah.
And standing in the rain, it was a good event. And then Dante sold the restaurant. He didn't want anything to do with it. Then we started going off and trying to do other things.
So, if I can cut you off for a second, when I was, high school age, I remember distinctly, and you might remember this too, there was the Lee County Black Smoke Ride Out.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yes, dude.
I was in it.
Were you really?
I was in it.
I was
Everybody
in. I think I was in like Thomas's truck or something because I didn't have a diesel truck
Yeah.
at that
That
point.
video's on YouTube.
Yes, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It was.
That's
There was
OG.
over 85
Yes,
trucks.
dude.
Yeah.
And we were. I remember the route. I think didn't we
It
start?
got messed up.
Yeah, but I remember being at the Daniels like rest area right there.
That was where
remember?
the meetup was.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
filled
yeah. We filled that.
You know,
yeah.
I got pulled over during that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
the Highway
remember
Patrol
all
pulled
this.
me over and was like, and my mom worked for the Highway Patrol. The trooper that pulls me over, he knows who I am, but he's like, and I'm walking up to him and he's like, "What are you guys doing?"
We're just driving
I'm like,
around.
"We're just driving around." And, nothing happened, but
No.
But yeah, that was crazy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, man.
That
So
was,
like when I think of Lee County Black Smoke, when I would see the stickers, because it was, the abbreviation, but it had the turbo in it. It was all from, like, it stemmed back from Fuel Tapping Tavern and then the Ride Out.
Yeah.
When I think of Lee County Black Smoke, that's why I tell people those two things.
It was like fun. Like I was trying to do stuff that's fun, you know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
different.
Like, so then like I won't go into everything because I've done like 24 events.
Yeah,
like,
definitely, man.
And then so then we're like, all right, but what I'm getting at is like everything that I did, like a lot of my ideas came from Matt Steele and Trucks Gone Wild.
Of course.
And it's like, I can do this, but I'm going to do it with my own twist.
Yep, in our hometown, you know?
Make it more local.
Because you got to think, Matt Steele and them started at Lakeland Mudhole, and they did the first ever, like, grudge pulls, where it wasn't weighted, it was kind of just the crazy tugging back and forth, but they filmed it, put it on DVD, you saw it, and brought it straight to the hometown, you know?
You know how many times I've kind of, like, messaged them, like, hey, let's do a collab. Like, like leaves me on red every time.
They're a hard
I've tried to message.
We actually have had our run-in with the Trucks Gone Wild guys, but
you guys remember Chuck's Trucks?
Yeah,
page?
of course.
Yeah, when you need it, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, going from that, then we did the pulls at Catch 22, and then we went off to. Then I wanted to get in the straight line mud drags.
Was that out at the farm?
So we went to the farm.
Yep.
Those were good events.
That was right off of 31, right? Yeah.
That was my first one.
You've been to it, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, we went to Florida Tracks and Trails first.
Yes, when it was Tracks and Trails.
And then that was probably the biggest event I've ever done.
Really?
It was the first straight line.
Drags, yeah.
Like, I remember, like, I always get so antsy before an event.
Oh, I'm sure.
And it's like a good, But
yeah. It's anticipation.
Yeah, like I don't sleep the night before. And
I'm sure not, dude.
Like this upcoming event, I'll probably be at the bar at like 10 a.m.
Good. Yeah, I mean, you got to have a little
just sitting there by
dude,
myself, like just like, all right, wait until everyone comes. But anyways, so Tracks and Trails, we went out there, and that event was huge.
Yeah.
And then we did it 4 to 5 times. The problem with that is you can't do events back to
people get used to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It burns itself out.
Of course. Yep.
So,
and when you mean back to back, you mean like once a month?
Oh man, we were pumping them out.
I remember, dude.
I just couldn't remember how
that
often.
first one, man. We did
great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you learn a lot of stuff, what you can and can't do, and there's a lot of stuff like, and it's so hard. I'll get into it later. It's so hard to please everybody.
Oh, of course, you're never gonna please everybody, no matter what you do. You know.
So then, Tracks and Trails, obviously, it didn't make it. R.I.P. Terry. Like, man, me and Terry, we had a really, like, I love Terry.
And so I don't really know a lot of the whole backstory of Tracks and Trails.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
what
Terry
happened?
Cook, man, like, I'm not going to go into detail, but, like, Terry, like, me and Terry got. So they're doing a lawnmower pull there.
Yeah.
And I told my wife, I'm like, we're going out here. I'm talking to this guy. And
all right, hang on here. We got some technical difficulties. All right, it's filming, so.
So, yeah, going Tracks and Trails, Terry Cook, he had a huge vision for that place.
Okay, yeah.
But he got sick.
Okay.
And obviously, he's not here with us anymore, and that obviously is going to put a dagger in everything.
Of course, yeah.
So, me and I love Terry, but I drug my wife out there. They did a lawnmower tug of war.
Okay, yeah.
And then we went, and he was out there, and everyone's around him, and I'm like probably 23 years old, 24, and I'm like, I just walked straight to him, and I'm like, hey, Mr. Terry, can we talk?
Yeah.
And he's looking at me like, who are you?
Uh-huh.
And long story short, I had an idea, and we ran with it, and I promised them we'd bring a lot of people, and we did.
Yeah.
So, but, it was a great time. I loved being out there.
Yeah, from, like, my point of view, it was like this place opened, and it looked like it had a really cool setup. They had the beachfront. The tracks were gorgeous. I mean, I got guys that do, like, legit motocross, and they loved it.
If that park would have been built in the next, I'd say 3 to 4 years, it would have, because the population here, it's
growing,
man.
dude. Yeah, it's growing.
Like, I do air conditioning for a living, and I couldn't tell you, like, when you're driving around from Marco Island to, like, Arcadia.
Oh yeah, you see it.
And I love it.
Yeah.
It's just more money for us.
You like having all this traffic?
At the end of the day, it just builds our economy. You
I
know
guess,
what I'm saying?
you know.
Yeah, you ever drive through mid-state Florida and it's depressing?
Definitely.
It's like, how do people survive out here?
Yeah, there's like no jobs, there's nothing
more
to do.
Money, more people that move here, the more money we make.
Of course. You're not wrong about that. Yeah. I don't know, I miss kind of like the quote-unquote small feeling of Fort Myers, you know?
Yeah.
More fields.
Just go to LaBelle.
I guess. Yeah, LaBelle's all right. But so what I was saying, Tracks and Trails, it went from Chris.
I paid
Hey,
him
boys,
because of
let's
how
jump
he
back
wants. I
in.
just snapped him. He's like, damn, because he listens to you guys.
Really?
Yeah, Brian. Like,
Chris, we on?
He jacks off.
Cool.
Blood, man. Like,
I think we all do.
Hey, we're back on.
Hair kind of guy, right?
yeah.
So, guys, so sorry for the technical difficulties. My ancient camera quit working, so we're on an iPhone now. So it should be a lot better quality. New camera's on the way, though. What are you talking about?
Kevin's such a shit talker. Over
Yeah,
there.
whatever, man. We got an audience for the first time. This is weird. So I forgot what we were talking about. I think we left off at Tracks and Trails.
Yeah. So we left there, and then you guys follow NASCAR, Ross Chastain?
Oh yeah.
His
Yeah.
younger brother Chad, he reached out and he's like, "Hey man, I got some property, that's right off 31, right down the road. We needed a place to go." So we went and met up with him, and then we never did mud drags. We
Really?
always did sand drags.
Yes,
I think
I remember
we did
that.
do one mud drags, but it was so sandy out there.
Yeah, I
We
remember
tried.
it
Yeah.
being just a sand pit.
Yeah. But we went out to the farm, and then that's when we really started like putting everything together.
That was a big turnout too.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
it
the
was.
farm was huge.
I like the
man.
farm,
Yeah.
yeah.
We did one sand drags, and then we turned it into mud drags.
So yeah,
And Chad, of course, they own Melon One, the watermelon farms. They
gotcha.
got tractors, they got everything.
Everything,
you
yeah.
know? And they, Chad actually, he set up an irrigation system to flood.
Really?
Yeah, so we flooded the sand drags, and
So
then
it
we
was getting
just-
pretty serious.
Oh
then.
man, he brought clay in, and
Really?
and he disked everything up, and it got pretty nasty.
That's good.
So
So whatever happened with that?
we just I got burnt.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand how much money we
Yeah.
got to put out just to put these events
Now,
on.
let me ask you this: at this time, was it just you doing this by
Well, it
yourself?
was me and Dante.
Okay, so you still
ever
had
since
one other
Catch
guy.
22, it was always me and Dante.
Gotcha.
So obviously my wife, Dante's wife,
Yeah.
we always have obviously, and I'm gonna shout out to Tara, my wife.
Hell yeah.
I'm the one that comes up with the ideas, and I'm like, and then she's got to put everything together.
Yeah, of course,
So
yeah.
it's like she does really good, but she's behind the scenes on everything.
Of course.
So, but yeah, there's that. Then I just got burnt out.
Yeah.
And then we would do a couple things. I did a couple things at Linex.
Yep.
You know?
I remember the Line X.
Yeah.
poll.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a couple of things there, and it's just it just got to the point where like when I got into Facebook and started it, like I got in there during the prime, like
Yeah.
at the very beginning, and I got so many followers so fast just because I was always doing events, and then I'm the least hater you'll ever I don't hate on
Yeah,
people.
man.
Like I don't
Yeah.
care, you know what I'm saying? And there was other people that were doing things too. They're doing truck shows and the truck club scenes, and they just started I don't know. Do you guys remember there was 100 truck clubs at one time?
Oh my God,
it got
dude.
burnt
It's
out,
so
you know what I'm
bad.
saying?
Yeah.
And
Still
they're all-
is.
Yeah, still is.
Still is.
It's more the lean community. I
Oh
feel
my
like.
God.
Yeah, nowadays,
The
yeah.
Yeah.
drama in it, man.
Oh my God, dude.
Man, it was crazy. So then we went from the farm, and then I know I'm missing a couple of places. There's Catch. We did Tracks and Trails. We did the farm. But yeah, there was a lot of in between of smaller places and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Oh, and then we went to 74.
74 was Tracks and Trails. Then it was 74, right?
It was Tracks and Trails.
Yep.
Then it was the farm. Then it was.
Well, I'm
70
saying that property was
No. 74 shares the same.
Oh,
road as
RYC.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I never
So
went to
Mr.
any
I
of
went to
those.
those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Jim Williams, who's the owner of it, and this guy, talk about a character. I love
Dude,
Mr. Williams.
I have a story from that property
but
actually.
Mr. Williams, he was an old guy.
Yeah.
And this is very irrelevant to this, but when you were done talking to him on the phone, he had a flip phone, and he would just flip it. There was no goodbye.
It was just that.
He said what he had to say,
Yeah.
and then you're talking to yourself. He just flipped that phone.
Yeah.
But we had a big. I actually quit. I actually quit. I've done AC for 10 years, but there was 3 years of in between where I ran heavy equipment. I worked for Ajax. I did
Okay, yeah.
road construction, but I quit that, and I'm Mr. Williams was come work for me full time. Let's build this place.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I could do this.
Yeah.
My wife's like, you're an idiot. But I'm I'm gonna make this place something.
Yeah,
special.
something cool, yeah.
Dude, we were gonna have a full 100 camp hookup
Real hookups.
Yeah, real hookups. It was going to be, we had our sand drag track. We were going to have an open mud pit, and then, of course, the motocross track and everything.
Yep.
But it's like, when I'm not the owner of it, I can have all the ideas in the world, and I know that 85% of them are going to work.
Yep.
But it's like, nothing will ever got accomplished.
Really?
You know, and it's just like, we ended up building the sand drag track, and everything never went the way I wanted to.
Well, like I said, I went. There was one time that it was literally the weekend before an RYC event, and they were having the drags out there.
Yeah.
So we rode out, and it was dead.
I never did a drag there.
Really?
I only
Okay,
did- I
so
did
then it
one-
probably
So I did one truck pull.
okay.
It was
Pull,
decent.
Yeah.
You know, it's so hard, man.
Yeah.
When you it's not that far, but it is far.
Definitely
You know, it's like, who's really gonna drop what they're doing to drive all that?
for one night,
Of
you know.
course,
Yeah.
And then if it's the first
Well,
event,
dude.
they're always like, I'm going. But after that, it's like, yeah.
This night we went there and it was so dead, and they had like a huge like bar area they built.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
So we went up there to get drinks, and the lady that was running it was so dysfunctional that she was like, "Well, I'm just selling the bottles now, like straight out of the bar." And we were like, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah." So we just bought everything in the bar.
Yeah, that place was just gun ho. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't care. He
No.
just wanted to. At that point, he just wanted people to like the place.
Of course,
So,
yeah. So that was like the only time I think I've been over there for an event. But and I don't know, with it sharing the road of Redneck Mud Park.
There was a lot of controversy.
Exactly,
behind it.
yeah. And I'm sure the county didn't like it either, you know.
So, but I think 74 is still going.
They are. I
So-
think they are. I think the moto guys really love that place
Every
too.
time I go to Redneck Yacht Club,
There's
you know, the
people
back
there.
camping,
Well,
yeah.
so you
always-
can kind of see
Oh
like,
my!
some of the trails.
Oh, I
and
can
stuff.
tell you guys one more story, and I'm done here. So at RYC, when we would camp in family camping only, that was just like tradition. And every morning, you know, after a night of drinking, I'd have to shit. So I wouldn't use a porta potty. I would hop the fence.
Better off that way.
And dude, there's like woods trails for dirt biking. The guy rode right up on me.
Oh,
But I think, every time I
caught you with your fly down, huh?
sure, yeah.
Jesus.
As
But-
you get older, you kind of like don't care anymore.
Of course, yeah.
You guys saw a full moon, huh?
Oh, fuck yeah, he did. And he was like, shit, I'm sorry. I'm like, why are you apologizing? you know? But,
But yeah, we never did a drag out there.
No, okay.
I think David did a couple out there, you know, and that's going into, I think after 74, I was done, man.
yeah.
Like, I was just, because it's like everyone sees all the people
Yep.
and they know what the admission is.
Yep.
So, like, you charge $20 a head and 1,000 people come, that's 20 grand.
Definitely. Yeah.
So it's like, everyone's like, I'm doing this, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, go ahead, try it.
Try it.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not for the
I
lighthearted.
just got burnt out, you know?
So, with that being said, you're making a comeback now.
Yeah, I mean, 3 months ago, because me and Dante were always close. Like,
Yeah.
he's like my my big brother. Like, you know, some people are like, "Is this your son?" No, but anyways,
I don't know.
it was like 3 months ago. We still have all the equipment and everything,
Yeah.
and it's just like COVID hit,
Yep.
Yep.
and I've always wanted to do a truck pull at the ranch.
Yep.
It's prime location.
It's right
Everyone-
downtown,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Right off
Everybody
Coal
knows
Hill.
where it's
Yeah.
at.
Yep.
So, and they were always like, dude, they're making so much money from the concerts. Like, they
Definitely.
don't care about that, which I get.
Yeah.
And then I seen this this axe throwing place. They opened, but we went there to talk actually to set up and do an event, and then COVID hit.
Really.
Yeah. So
So right
COVID-
in 2020, basically,
Yep.
then. Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and it just washed everything away.
really.
What
And
year
then-
do you think the last event was?
It was before COVID.
So what? 19 or 18, probably.
18, probably
Yeah.
17, 18,
19.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, probably 18.
I was gonna guess.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah.
been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I forgot I even owned the page.
Oh my god! Yeah, it was funny. I hadn't seen Lee County Black Smoke posts in years,
Mhm.
and then
Some random
bam,
just pops
it
up.
just pops up.
I get like a random notification. Someone liked a video from like 2013. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
Damn, I forgot I had this.
So-
So I just got carried away. Like I got 3 kids. You know, I got my wife. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I really took off with work. Like I do air conditioning, and
Mm-hmm.
and like anybody that knows anybody with air conditioning, you'll never not have work.
Oh, of
There's
course.
There's so good money in it, man.
Yeah,
So, but I just got taken off with that, trying to buy a house and doing everything and
Life.
being mature
Yep.
and, so I actually got rid of my truck. I didn't have a truck for like a year and a half, 2 years. I bought a Challenger. And
man.
I was like, I don't need I didn't need I didn't need a truck anymore. And then after like a year and a half, I'm like, dude, I can't even pull my boat.
He got bored with it.
Yeah.
Damn,
and my
I'm so
wife's
close to the
like,
ground.
Yeah. And then I woke up one day and I seen that, and I told him, I'm like, I'm trading this in. I'm going to get a truck.
What year is yours?
18.
18. I got a 17.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I haven't drove a Ford, and everyone knows me for my Dodges. I've always
yeah.
had them.
That's what
but
Kevin was saying.
Yeah.
He remembered doing like a third gen
I've
or something.
always had them, man. I used to have Cummins tattooed here.
Really?
Yeah,
That's my kind of guy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Damn.
so them transmissions, man, I'm tired.
Oh.
of them.
That's the only downfall.
Yeah.
of
What
them,
do you think?
man.
What do you think now, Kev?
Yeah.
The third gen was the only transmission issue I ever had. And I'm
I
sure
loved
you
my
remember
third
that.
gen, so
Yeah. So I haven't had a Ford in so long. And I used to I was like, I'll never drive a Ford because everyone's got one.
Yeah.
But now I know why they do.
Yeah.
So,
We're losing them.
I don't know,
We're
man.
losing
I'm
them,
kind of
Kev.
opposite over here. I'm not the biggest fan of mine, but it might
Yeah.
just be a lemon. I don't know. And it's the first year the Illuma Duties came out, 17. So like,
It's because you didn't go to the right person to find you a truck.
That's
you know,
right.
yeah,
so.
sure.
well, actually,
I'll talk.
this King Ranch I have now, I actually had a 2013 King Ranch before this.
That's a good year though
You
for
know,
the steel body.
I bought it for 10 grand cash.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, can't go
200,000.
wrong with that. Yeah.
Traded it in. I got like 21 for it.
Yeah.
So I don't really owe anything on this. And I traded my car in with it too. So
Yeah. So shit.
But
Sitting right.
once you get older,
Yeah.
I just put a little level kit on there. Some
That's-
you know,
Yeah,
like,
dude, same with me.
I already predicted the
Tune,
future on that one.
tune, delete.
I did that the first week I owned it. Tune,
CCV,
delete it.
You
Yeah.
know, so because the other thing I didn't know about Fords because I never cared about them. And one thing I realized about these 6.7s is these upper oil pan gaskets leak.
I've heard about that.
the
Yeah.
time. And the King Ranch I had before, like my driveway looks terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I did a CCV delete on that, and then it stopped. And then, but the truck had like 220 on it, and I'm like, I know this turbo is gonna go.
Yep.
Like I know, like I have so much equity in it. Let me dump it.
Yep.
So, and then I went and got this, and I'm happy with it. And my wife's happy too. So
Well, yeah,
she
I mean,
she hated my car.
Dude, these new trucks are like family vehicles too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
She don't
Especially
drive
King
her car
Ranch.
anymore. She drives my truck, and I drive my work van every
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
So
As long
But
as you
yeah.
get a good price on it, because these prices nowadays.
Oh, the market's crazy right now, dude.
I got mine for like 45.
That's not bad.
No,
That's
I don't
I
know.
paid 46.
I wouldn't
Mine.
pay. I wouldn't pay no more than 50 for these trucks, man.
No.
Ain't no reason to.
You just wait a couple years to get a little older, pre-owned, one
Yeah.
owner. But
Yeah.
so back to what we're talking about. So this event is where?
It's at the axe throwing bar right next door to the ranch.
Right next
off
to the
of
ranch.
Colonial.
Colonial. And what day is it going down?
March 30th.
March 30th.
What time? Do we have that yet?
Hey Tara, do you know all? No.
You should have
So,
brought her, man.
Yeah, no,
Your
so,
PR person.
So, I think it's 6. Like this pool start at
6.
ends at 10. We got to be out there by 10.
Really?
And that's
It's ending
and
at
I'm glad
10.
I'm be able to say this because I can
Yeah.
answer everyone's questions.
Definitely.
Like, everyone's messaging me. We have to be out there by 10 because it's sound ordinance.
Gotcha.
So-
are you doing like a bracket system for the polls?
One class. It's one class.
Oh, I know it's
Yeah.
one class.
Oh yeah.
but-
It's looks like March Madness, like
Yes.
basketball, and it just
Gotcha. So guys,
double
that-
elimination.
Gotcha. That's what I wanted to know.
It's 80 theory, and my wife, she feels so bad. She did put mega trucks on the flyer.
I saw that you used
she don't know.
Justin's.
She don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
caught everybody's attention. there.
Exactly,
So, I mean,
dude.
I'm
you know?
giving Justin free advertising, but anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, one will be coming,
Yeah.
Hopefully, the one in the background.
Yeah. So and it's but we will be doing a unlimited tug into
Sweet.
the future.
Yeah.
The thing is with this event, like I'm getting bombarded. It's just like the old days.
Yeah.
And I love it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone all day. But it's like I have to make sure this event rolls smoothly.
Of
Can-
course.
Can you
So-
kind of go into details on like what it takes to put this on? Like,
Okay. So insurance is
Yeah, I wondered about a lot
so
of this.
insurance for 24 hours.
Right.
You're looking around $1,300.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
finding someone to do that in
For
today's
the
day,
event you're doing.
yeah. So it's like, then there's that. Then you have to pay for the law enforcement. We're gonna have to, they're gonna be on duty.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got to pay for that. Then I have to pay for all my security staff, and then I have to pay for all of my employees. They're not just there for fun.
No,
you know?
of course
so,
not.
So to
Yeah.
all these Tom, Dick, and Harrys that think they can just put on a truck pool show.
Yeah, it takes a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah,
than
there's
that.
more. There's more
so
to
then,
it.
So then, there's that, and then there's we it might sound silly, but I gotta buy a $2,000-$3,000 wristband.
Yeah, dude, that shit adds up.
Yeah,
I
mean, it's you should see my Amazon. I don't have a lot of that stuff anymore. Like, I threw it away. I'm like, we're not gonna need this anymore.
Yep.
And obviously too, like, I haven't told anybody, but we're gonna be on I just paid $1,000 we're do some radio time for advertising.
Really?
On some local radio stations.
That's awesome.
That's gonna be the week of. So so
there's
like
that. Cat Country or something like that.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
actually,
yeah.
Wink News reached out to me and was like, hey, and then
see, that's what I love.
That's pretty cool.
I love when like big media, like our normal news, reaches out and these events actually get good publicity.
Yes.
Because to a lot of people that like like Redneck Mud Park or anything, it's such bad publicity.
Yeah.
But there's good stuff happening at these events.
Right.
It's an actual sport in my opinion.
And it gives people something to do in this town.
Oh yeah, man,
for sure.
So there's that. I mean, there's it's just, and then I have a $3,000 payout. I have to guarantee that.
So that's for the bracket, the winner of that, basically.
Well, we break it down however they want to do it. So,
Gotcha.
I mean, I think it's like $6-7 grand just to put
just to do this.
on.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, what if it rains?
I know, man. That's scary.
Yeah. You wake up. If we wake up Saturday morning, and then people see like it's gonna rain this afternoon.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't rain, I couldn't tell you how many times
people will bail.
like, oh, I'm not going. Yeah. Even if it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
They're not gonna plan their night just to like try it. You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
So, but I kind of like. Usually March. It's pretty dry.
Definitely.
March and April, so.
I think you picked a good weekend in my opinion.
Yeah.
And just like the place, like for the new guys, this is going to be for like the younger kids of our town and surrounding areas. This is going to be like their first pull type of event they've been to. For us, like OGs that have been around, this is like nostalgic because it's in the same parking lot.
It's like, like all of the high school kids and the kids that are younger than I'm 34. When I started this, I was 23 years old.
Really? Yeah.
So it's like, that next generation of guys that are into trucks and stuff, they've except RYC and stuff. Yeah, they haven't really done something.
They don't have anything else. Yeah, so, I love it, man.
But it's gonna be. I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too,
dude. I think it's gonna be a great turnout. I think it's gonna set you on a pace for this summer. Because summer's usually a really boring season.
I don't do anything in the summer. I can't risk it, man.
Yeah, with weather, but I still feel like it's going to drum up some attention. You know what I mean?
People are going to be watching.
Yeah.
So the manager from the axe throwing place, she's a really nice lady. I'm not going to throw her name out.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
She's great. She runs like 4 or 5 different bars from here all the way to I think Colorado or somewhere.
Oh wow,
but
cool.
She's a manager, and I went in there and I told her what I want to do, and she looked at me like, what?
So I wanted to ask that. So you just walked in there like cold call type shit. Like you just walked in.
I told Dante, I'm like, I want to do this here. I'm the one that always like, this is where I want to do it.
Yeah.
And then Dante goes and makes it happen.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And so he went in there, and then we went and had a meeting, and they're like, all right, let's do this. Like, and then it's funny because she was like, she has no idea what we're about to do.
Yeah, of course
and
not.
She's like, yeah, well, I just want to let you guys know, like, I mean, how much staff do I need? Because there's guys that come in here and they put on events and stuff, and they say it's going to be huge, and there's so many people.
And then it's not.
And it's not.
Yeah.
And she actually told us, like, the other day, are you sure there's going to be a lot of people here? I'm like, okay. I'm like, she has no idea.
Yeah, she has no idea.
Did you show her any pictures or anything?
I
from
have,
old
but
events?
I did. I showed her one, and she's like, I know, but that's just, you know.
She's not from here, probably.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she doesn't understand.
Well, she will soon learn.
Yeah. Well, the thing too, because I know the behind the scenes on that too. You got to order a lot of alcohol.
Oh, I'm sure.
You have to order like cases and cases and cases. If you run out, like, because there's a no cool, you can't bring coolers in.
So no one can bring anything like that.
And I'm gonna explain that too, because everyone's always like, "Oh man, why can't I bring my coolers?"
Well, that's also a liability right there.
Well, and plus this bar is giving us the opportunity to put a tug of war on there.
Yep.
They're not doing that for free.
So you gotta help support them too.
Yeah. So they want the business to come into their place. Yeah.
Helps everybody out.
You know, it's not downtown Naples. You're not paying $12 a beer.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, so that's a big part of it too. We're no coolers allowed, but that's the thing that people come at me like, oh come on man, like you know me. I'm like,
but they don't understand.
I'm like, dude, I talked to you for 5 minutes.
Hey Taylor.
Ago, you know.
So let me ask you this now. So the axe throwing place, does it share the same parking lot with the ranch?
Yeah.
So how does that work? And if the ranch won't give you the opportunity, but the Axthrone.
They'll probably tape it off or something. No,
the ranch is on board with us.
Okay.
We planned it.
I was about to say they don't have a concert going the same day.
We planned that.
Yeah.
You know? And there was one weekend before summer where there was no concert.
And this was the weekend.
Yeah,
this
and
is
we
it,
hit
man.
it. So, and they're on board, and they're gonna leave. They're gonna be open so people can use their bathrooms.
Yep.
Okay,
gotcha.
But they're on board. And the thing too, I said was to the Axthrone place because they were like, man, we don't want to make the ranch mad.
Yeah, of course. Like,
they take your whole parking lot.
Every night.
Every weekend. They take the whole parking lot.
Every Wednesday, every weekend.
They will give you one Saturday.
Night,
they can't be mad about that.
No,
and
of course not.
And Dante knows the owners of the ranch too. So
does he?
Like everyone respects Dante. He's been around this town for a very long time.
Really,
a lot of people respect him.
That's cool.
So it's like, whenever something needs to be done, he takes care of it. He just talks. But they're on board with it.
That's good because it's kind of like you getting your foot in the door with them as well.
Yeah,
so
definitely, man.
They see the turnout and whatnot.
Now, for parking admission, I want to answer some questions for some people.
Yeah.
So, how is it going to be if you don't have? If someone's coming that's not VIP, just a normal guy, is there going to be someone telling them where to park, or how's that going to go?
When everyone comes, they're going to see everything. We're going to have an area. That parking lot's going to be taped off.
Yeah, I'd assume so, yeah.
So you got the old Harley-Davidson building,
Yep.
which is now a medical facility.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
You got all that parking.
Yep.
I'm sure everyone here and everyone that's listening has probably been to a concert at the ranch.
At the ranch, yeah.
sure.
They know how the parking lot
parking
looks.
everywhere.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, but unless you're VIP,
So tell me about that. How would you get
I'm going to
into
say
there?
we're going to have about 50 spots available.
Yep.
25 on one side, 20.
And that's right up front on the tubs.
So we're running parallel. The parking is going to be running parallel to Colonial.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, and then it's first come, first serve.
Yep.
And that's one thing I learned too.
Definitely. You can't hold spots for people.
No. So what happens if they show up 15 minutes after the event starts?
Oh, yeah.
I have a VIP pass.
Yeah.
Like, buddy, you ain't getting
You're not going to be able to get in there, yeah.
No, so it's first come, first serve. And there's going to be people there at noon waiting.
I'm sure.
They'll drop their trucks off and then leave.
Yeah.
Which is the smart thing to do.
Yeah, we'll probably be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
I fly back in at noon,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's and then obviously everything else is just general admission. I think it's $20 a head, and then and everyone's always like, man, it used to be 10, 20, and it's like, well, it's called Bidenomics,
It's called inflation, man.
So.
It's like everything else in this world.
But kid, man, this is a kid event too. Like,
definitely.
This isn't gonna be like it's kids 10 and under are free.
Really?
it's
That's cool.
Just like bring your kids.
Yeah.
It's a family event.
It's gonna be
event.
yeah, this is gonna be a kid.
Cool, man.
And then like Dante's gonna have his mega truck out there.
Awesome.
And then the kids want to take pictures with it.
Yeah,
And everything.
yeah.
Like,
I'm all for that too,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I love that shit.
So, but yeah, man, it's gonna be a big. I'm excited.
I can't wait,
Like we
honestly,
all
man.
are.
This is getting me hyped right now just talking
Yeah.
about it.
I'm
dude.
gonna as soon as I get off right from the airport, coming to help you out with whatever.
Yeah,
load
so
this thing up
I don't know if
and-
I said it yet, but guys, Nocturnal right behind me, that might be debuting night. So I hate saying it because it might not happen,
No,
but
it's gonna happen.
we're gonna try. My motor's sitting here. You guys can't see it. It's right on the ground right now. So
If not, Never Satisfied will be there.
yeah, we'll have Logan's buggy there. No doubt about it. Either way,
My truck
so
will be there.
that's great.
My truck will
All
be
of our trucks will
behind
be
the
there.
building.
His truck will be hiding.
so I can leave.
Yeah, you can get out of there. Yeah.
So,
Now, how many VIP spots you got left?
50, I think.
50?
I don't know.
Oh,
for
you
sure.
have 50 left or
No,
what?
50 spots total.
Total, yeah. He
Yeah,
wants to know.
has anybody
The ol-
bought any yet?
The
or-
only one. So we've never really done sponsors before.
Yeah.
Because I was raised not to ask for stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
Definitely.
But I'm I'm gonna do sponsors. Tara made a thing where it's like a gold, like a good, better, and best.
I saw
package.
that, yeah.
And people are just like, you know what, we're gonna do it because we give out a bunch of free admissions.
Yep.
So imagine if you owned a company.
Of course.
You
yeah.
paid $500. You get a VIP pass.
Yep.
And then you get, I don't know how much it's 5 tickets or
Really?
let's say 10 tickets on
Yeah.
the silver or whatever. You just hand them out to your employees.
Yep.
And then they're going to be like, man, you're the best boss in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah. Something
It's
to do,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
something to do.
Yep.
They're the only ones that right now are going to have VIP. And I used to do VIP earlier.
Yeah.
In advance.
Mhm.
It's just a mess.
I'm sure it is, dude.
Hence the first come, first serve.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
from our experience, we go to the barn up in Sanford. That's where the Trucks Gone Wild pulls are right now.
That's
Yeah.
a good time
And
too.
trying to get VIP for that is
You know, I
insane,
got
dude.
VIP for Cowboys when they were there before.
Yeah, Cowboys.
So I would wait. They released VIP at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
and the line starts at about 10 o'clock the night before.
Yeah.
And me and Tara drove up the night before.
Really?
Waited in line and literally slept in chairs
Oh
in
my
front
God.
of the bar like it was Black Friday.
Jesus.
And we were like 25th out of like 70 spots, and I thought we were good.
Was it worth it?
It was fun.
I mean, dude,
It
Cowboys
was
is
fun,
rowdy.
man.
Well, and that's
Like,
better than
I'm
what,
not standing. Like, I'm
yeah,
not, you know,
we hate that too.
I'm
Just
not-
standing
yeah,
there, dude, and they
yeah.
put the fences up.
Well, that's
Yeah.
better than the barn though, because I don't even think you can get VIP unless you
Have a truck
know
there.
somebody with a truck.
Yep. Yeah, that's what they do. Is if you have a mega and you're pulling,
They give you
Yeah.
like
5,
4 or 5.
Yeah,
really.
and that's all you can get in. And
Yeah, Cowboys used to wrap that place.
yeah,
It was such
I mean, the barn is popping too. Like it's
Yeah.
huge.
And
You
back
know-
then, like, I was so poor. Like, like all my money would go into gas. We wouldn't even get a hotel. We'd
No,
sleep
man.
in the truck and
Yeah.
then go up there. And then we drive home, and then it's just like, oh, that was so fun. So,
And we've advanced a little bit in our old age. Is we
Yeah.
get a hotel because we know
yeah.
we ain't,
They ain't making that drive.
We ain't making that drive.
I don't like to do it. And I always spend extra money. Like, if we go do something, I'm going to spend the extra money on something, like, upgraded. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So, like, I always tell people, like, if they're coming to this event,
from far away.
you get the VIP if you
Yeah.
got a truck, because you're gonna see when you get there, you're gonna be like, damn, I should have done that.
Yeah.
And a VIP, it's technically only $30.
Yeah.
Because admission's 20.
20. Yeah.
So $50 includes you and one admission, you and your truck.
Gotcha.
So I mean,
And then you got a place to sit.
oh
you
yeah,
know, you got
And then
everything.
and then everyone's gonna say someone with a truck they know, and everyone's
Yeah,
gonna pile in.
pile in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it's
and
gonna
if
be-
you wanted to, you could charge them admission. You know.
Yeah.
Those spots are gonna go quick.
So
Oh,
how,
yeah.
how's this going to go? Are you dropping it online, or is this going to be in person only for VIP general
It's
admission?
at the gate.
At the gate.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
everything?
really?
Oh, they'll be
Okay.
lined up.
I
But
figured,
the
yeah.
spots that are already accounted for are the sponsors.
Yeah, they
Okay.
get first pick. We're
Gotcha.
gonna put them right dead in the center. In
Yeah,
the
of
middle. You know,
course.
they're our
Right.
sponsors. We're gonna take care of them.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
yeah. I
But-
think it's awesome, man. I love seeing the sponsorship. I love seeing this sport still going.
Yeah, I'm
man.
glad to
Yeah.
see you're bringing something back local. You know,
Especially in Lee County, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that logo for me was so iconic. I think that's why it felt so professional. Whoever did your logo,
You know,
do you even
Tara
remember?
did it. Tara.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, shout out to her, bro.
yeah,
it looks
I'm
great.
getting some more shirts. I don't even have any shirts left,
I'm sure.
and I'm getting shirts and stuff made. You know, just for all of everyone working and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I was
Right.
thinking about selling some, but I was like, nobody cares about this anymore. But
Yeah.
I mean,
if you pull this event off without a hitch, I think merch is going to be your. Because you look at any influencer right now, anywhere, YouTube, whatever, they're making more money not from advertisements but from merch.
it's all about.
They love to support
merchandise.
it. So, and with your logo, and even
I used to pass my stuff out for free.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I have
put it
old
on-
koozies
Hey, put
and
it on your
stuff.
truck. You know,
Yeah.
so it's
Right.
like,
you'll definitely have to get me a
and
logo
then
for this thing,
sometimes,
dude.
man, like there's trucks where I'm like, look, there's our sticker.
Yes,
you
me
know,
and
like,
Kev, we
so
still do
often.
that,
Yeah.
dude. We see them, we're
Yeah.
like, no way.
Yeah,
Definitely need to get
Dang.
some stickers made.
That's how I know
Oh,
if
I
someone's
will,
like an
yeah.
OG, because I'll
Yeah.
see it like a kind of a faded Lee County Black Smoke sticker. I'm like, oh yeah, he's been around. He knows
OG,
what's up.
he's
Yeah,
OG,
yeah,
huh?
yeah,
I think one of the old 12 valve I had. The
Yes,
green
it
one,
had
yeah,
it.
It had
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
I was passing them out. Hey, please put this on your truck, like, you know, so I can like stamp it, like. So
Well, that's awesome, man.
yeah, I skipped over too. Do you guys remember the diesel shootout that I did at
was it?
Immokalee?
Yeah,
So I went. So I
Immokalee
used to do like a hit list. Like I was trying to do something where we went once a month.
Yep.
Who had the fastest diesel in town?
Yes, I
stopped
remember
that-
this.
Remember the because the EPA came in and
Oh,
everyone
yeah,
got
he-
scared. That's
yeah.
what kind of killed it too with everything.
Yeah.
But I used to
Definitely.
do that hit where everyone would come out. Who's got the fastest diesel? So
Yep.
we go out to Immokalee during test and tune, and we would do our own little thing.
Yep.
But we did a diesel shootout at
Yeah, I remember that event.
was there.
Yeah, I was there.
dude,
Yeah.
we had a truck that flipped.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
Yes. It was
Yeah.
like a big black 6.4, right?
I was like, I'm done. This dude's gonna sue me.
Yeah, literally.
And then I figured out I knew who it was.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Now, I went to a truck pull there when I was
That was me,
younger.
too.
Was that you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, badass
Yeah,
event.
that was
that
good.
night was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. The Amok. See, I told you there's so many in between. Like, I don't remember, and then I'll scroll and look
Yeah.
at old stuff, and then there's some stuff. It's like
So that was
it's
you.
like cringe. It's
Bro.
like, why did I do that? You
What's
know?
funny is that event, I'm going to sound really dumb here, but for all the young kids that run like PAs under their trucks, the
You-
f-
You was one of them.
Oh, I was one of
guys.
them,
Well,
but
we
I was
should've
one of
done
the
that.
OGs because I went to that Immokalee truck pull, and there were 2 trucks out there that had PAs, and I was like, dude, that's so cool. You know, my 16-year-old mind, I was like, oh my
Okay,
god,
so
dude.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I think this was over maybe 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
Over the 31 bridge,
Mhm.
there's a pole that goes up, and there was a PA that could
Oh,
talk to
you
the
got one up there.
Somebody
Someone did that.
like went up there and like I don't know who did it, but it ended up on my truck.
That's weird,
and
man.
It was so
Loud.
Yeah, my dad's like, "Yo, you're not."
Dude, my dad thought I was the dumbest.
Yeah,
He's like,
it's
you look like
like-
an ice cream truck rolling around.
Yeah,
Especially if you hook them up to an amp. Too.
Yeah, to the amp, yeah.
Just
I've had
playing Bootsy as loud as you can. It
Yeah.
sounds
Anywhere you
terrible.
went, yeah,
Sounds terrible.
crackly.
I've
Yeah.
had some that come off of some certain cars before, you know.
Oh,
and
they're Welland brand off cop cars. Those are the loudest
Dude,
ones,
yeah,
man.
I'll tell you.
yeah,
I'll tell y'all right now, the biggest one I've ever seen was on top of our soccer field at Charlotte High, and everybody had bets on who was going to get it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
never messed with it or nothing, but that thing was massive.
But bro, let me tell you, like that truck pull in Immokalee, that was the first time I saw 2414s in person. First time I ever saw them, and PAs.
The
so
old
like,
XDs.
no, they were
Yes.
forces.
Really?
But yeah, yes,
No,
I was
you
gonna
know
say
who,
Fuel
I'm
XD.
gonna
Yeah.
say who started that. I think it was XD
definitely.
and Fuels.
Fuel,
Yeah.
yeah.
2414s. If you had 2414s back in the day
Oh,
on
yeah.
your 6.0,
You were like,
the coolest.
Hey, for me, it was like, shout out to Thomas, man. He had 24-inch Rockstars. I thought that was the coolest shit you've ever seen, man.
I had Rockstars.
Oh, everyone had
Yeah,
Rockstars,
and it's
dude.
like, oh my god. why
Looking
did
back,
this? Oh
yeah.
my
Like
God.
damn poverty.
So, but yeah, man, dude, this town's went through so much. Like,
And you know, for me, it was kind of like 2016 was like my peak year in the truck scene. It
Yeah.
was popping around here, and it was
Oh,
crazy,
yeah.
you know. And it was a bunch of good guys too. That was the thing, you know. And I feel like nowadays this age group is just they're different.
Yeah.
They're built different,
oh, yeah.
you know.
You got a bunch of lean trucks.
Yeah,
there's something
yeah.
going on
Ti-
with like
and
you know,
TikTok
squad
and-
I don't hate
yeah.
like it's
No.
what you want, but it's just like
It's different.
your dad
you know?
beat you or something.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, like-
Hopefully these polls will show these youngins how it's supposed to be
Oh, then
done.
they'll be trying to do squatted truck pulls
Squatted
next.
polls, you'll be
Oh,
putting that on there.
What I'm gonna go into now is too like I could show you guys like messages like this guy's wants to like, and I'm all for it. Like I don't care. I'm really relaxed.
Yeah.
He says I got 2 trucks coming. I'm there to break shit.
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
one truck that don't have doors. Do I need doors? And it's just I hope these guys realize that the trucks that are coming to this event,
They pull.
they're 60, 70, 80,
Yeah.
$100,000 trucks designed to do this.
Yeah, the guy I've seen, you've been like confirming trucks on Facebook. I know every one of them. I'm like, these guys build those to pull.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And I will say, I've been to pools where the truck that looks like the biggest POS wins
can pull.
everything.
There was I'll bring this up.
That's why I did an 8,300 pound class.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
did a
weight.
class that no one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've never done that. And
No.
It's always like 8,500 or it's like 7,500.
And you're
I
doing
wanted-
only DOT tires, right?
Yeah, DOT, no drag radials.
Okay,
so-
gotcha. Yeah, keep it fair. There used
Yeah.
to be a square body that was like red and blue, 2.5 ton truck, really kind of just like kind of a normal lift height. You've seen him before at your events. This guy pulled everybody.
Chevrolet?
Old square body. It was like blue cab, red bed.
Oh, that's Billy Love.
Dude, shout out to that guy. He
Hey,
has
so
a
I'll-
pulling rig,
Hey, listen,
man.
Billy, he's actually one of my good friends.
Oh, yeah?
Billy Love, yeah. So that truck literally will sit in his backyard in a colony of rats.
And just chilling,
Just chilling there. I talked to Billy last week. I said, "Are your truck ready?" He's like, "Nope."
But it will be.
What will happen is the night before the event, he will spend 12 hours getting this thing back together
last minute.
and not sleep at all through the whole night. And
sounds
he will
familiar.
Pull this thing out to the truck warpad, and I promise you, he will place top 3.
Dude.
And it looks like
That's
the
all.
big,
Every
you know
time
what I'm
I've
saying?
seen this guy pull, it'll look like he's losing, and then it's just like he's
Yeah.
gone. You know what I mean?
It sounds
Yeah.
familiar now that you say
yeah,
it.
he's been
Yeah.
around, dude.
Yeah, Billy, and then that truck just goes right back to the back and just sits and waits
Just
for the
sits.
next one.
Yeah.
But the thing too is RYC's a week before.
Yeah,
so a
I
lot
know,
Of these
yeah.
trucks are going to be like
They'll be out there at that
tuned
tug
in,
pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Justin Gibson's coming. He's
Gibson
like
Fab, shout out to them.
Yeah, Justin. His truck always pulls.
Yeah,
But
that
then
Chevy.
There's a lot of trucks like in the truck pull community. There's
Mhm.
a lot of hate. I'm not going to go into detail, but there's
I'm
a lot,
sure there
there's
is.
a lot of hate between a lot of people.
Yeah.
I love it because when they pull,
Competition is the
you know what I'm
best,
saying?
man.
So there's a lot of trucks coming out that people aren't used to seeing.
Now, I think you confirmed this truck. It's one of my favorites. His name's Jose. The Cole Train. It's a white.
Is it a Mega?
It's not a mega truck.
Because we don't have any Megas.
Is this
coming.
a square body Chevy that's
The
always
white
at the
one,
barn?
Jose, yeah.
The 4-door?
The
It's a
cocaine
four-door.
train.
He's
Cocaine train.
Cocaine
Dude,
train.
have you seen this truck in person before? Because
does he have? Let me look real quick.
Cocaine train. I know you shouted him out. This guy,
I think he called and
Yeah.
confirmed.
dude,
I think he. Let me look real quick.
he's been commenting on your stuff, so I think he's coming.
I've
But
got a 4-door.
it's a 4-door,
he's
yeah.
coming. Yeah, he's coming.
Bro,
Got a Cummins in it.
That, yeah, it's got a Cummins.
Yeah.
That
Is
thing
Not
is
local
built.
or something?
No, because he's always up at the barn. I think
Yeah.
they're from Central
I
Florida
think he's
somewhere.
coming.
Dude, that
There's
thing.
a lot of guys I know that are coming that
Yeah.
I won't confirm.
Yeah,
But I'm just.
yeah, they're gonna be there. Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
guys that haven't told me they're coming. I just know they're coming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, he's coming.
Well,
And
that
then I
guy,
would
I'm going to
post.
say it right now. I'd even put some money on it. If anyone watching this wants to put some money, he's either going to get first or second. That thing pulls,
Oh,
man.
Billy and Justin's like,
Dude, no, I'm
and then
telling
Mike,
you.
You know, I know
I'm
Mike's gonna
telling
be
you.
out there. The thing with Mike is he don't care if he went. Mike from MLA Customs.
MLA,
you know,
yep,
yeah,
yep.
You know, he doesn't care if he wins.
No,
He just wants to.
he puts a show
He
on,
just
though.
wants to smoke the tires,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know.
I know
so-
MLA. Those are great guys.
I know Mopar Mike might come down. He's an OG.
OG,
puller.
yeah, yeah.
You know, he's got his old Dodge.
Yes.
I think Travis Cotner might be coming out. One
Yep.
of the Cotners will be.
Travis, yep.
Cliff should be bringing some trucks out. I think we're gonna have a lot of trucks for this class.
Dude,
And there's always 4 or 5 that they didn't message me and they just show
they're going to
up.
show up,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm telling you, though, that cocaine train truck,
That truck.
I don't know.
Yeah, that truck does hook.
Dude.
What about the dually Ford that always flattens the tires with the toe?
with the
It's
toe, yeah.
on the flatbed.
He's got like a flatbed.
Jesse Hall.
I don't know his name. He's always up at the barn for the Trucks Gone Wild tugs.
Yes,
He
I've
airs
never been to
these
the barn,
tires
yeah.
down.
Yeah, flattens them.
It's completely different, man.
Does he
From
win?
like a
Oh, yeah.
an unlimited tug and a weighted tug.
Yeah,
like, people
definitely.
don't understand. Like this truck is, like I know Mike. He would used to hook his truck up to a wall,
Yes.
and he would have a gauge between the straps,
really?
and when he would pull without his tires spinning, and he could see how much that truck,
Yeah.
how much weight it's
Pulling,
pulling,
yeah.
and he can adjust and do whatever he's got
Wow.
to do. And then like these trucks are dialed.
They're dialed, yeah. They're meant to do
That's
this.
dedication right there.
Definitely, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
And
if
truck
you're getting
pulls
in,
used to be big.
big,
Like my
yeah.
dad's from this area. Like that back in the day. It
yes.
was like
I heard there were pulls out in Buckingham back in the day.
Troy Cotner used to
Cotner,
own,
yeah.
what was his bar? He owned a bar. I actually pulled my F-150 out there.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah.
That's right. Your family has some people that pull, right? Lane used to pull, right?
Oh yeah, Lane. My
Yeah.
brother always built trucks to
It's
pull.
a Ford, right? Yeah. I remember that thing.
He's
Yeah.
he was notorious for throwing drive shafts.
Yes. Yes. Sling and drive
You
shafts.
go to the auto parts store and they'd be like, "You want like the best?" And he's like, "Nah, just give me the silver." You know?
Yeah,
like,
it's only gonna be in there a little.
Yeah. And then he's pissed, like, "Damn it, I should have got the gold one." So
Yeah, I remember him.
Like, he loved it,
and
man.
Hunter. Shout
Yeah.
out to
Hunter
Jordan
might come.
Automotive.
He might come.
I wish he still had the Chevy.
No, he
He's
don't.
gone,
Oh, that
man.
thing's been gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
But he used
Yeah.
to pull with that truck. They'd put
Yeah.
those. I can't remember what those tires are called.
Military
The Michelin's, right?
Well, he had the
They're
Michelin.
54. They were 54 something.
Like
They were
53
fat
or
though, the
something. Yeah,
fat
they were
ones.
wide,
you know.
yeah.
Now, are you guys going to be doing like the blowers on the concrete?
I
and all
don't do that. That's them. Like,
I
so
bet they'll be doing it
the
though.
guys, like the ones that you see out there blowing, usually that's like who came with them.
It's like their pit crew.
They always, yeah, it's like their pit
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not doing,
Wiping tires down.
yeah. They get the towels out
Oh,
and
yeah.
wipe them. Yeah, it gets serious,
Oh
bro.
man, I try and like I hate like when I'm in like I hate actually running
Yeah.
the like the strap and doing like I hate that.
Are you going to
I
be
don't-
doing strap duty
No,
or
I'm
no?
getting guys to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
might
I'm
be able to
saying?
get one for you. He's back there behind the camera. His name's Chris.
I will
Oh,
pay.
yeah.
Like hell, I will pay.
Oh,
Like,
Chris,
you know,
you
like,
hook her up, man.
You know, I
Could be
don't
the hook guy.
because the thing with me too is like I'm here to put this event on. I don't want to get involved with the
Yeah.
competition.
Definitely.
You know, and like sometimes like I'll make mistakes. Like one time, I was doing a poll. I think it was with Fordyce and somebody, and like I'm just like not even thinking, and I'm starting the trucks like down the pad.
Gotcha.
And I'm like,
so
oh, you guys are good. You're looking at me
yeah.
like, dude, we gotta back up
Back
another
up,
10.
yeah.
I'm like,
Too much stress.
it's not that. It's just like, by the time that event starts, I want to go home. You know.
Oh, you're putting in a lot of work for these, dude. I can tell.
Yeah, man.
So-
But it's awesome just to see, like, this company or whatever. Is it a company or
No.
it's just?
I mean, we're legit on everything, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not a bit. We're not living off of this.
of course,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But it's cool to see from when I was a youngin', and now we're coming right back and getting right back
And
into
it's
it.
growing
Dude.
bigger and better.
I love it.
I think.
Yeah, that's why I wanted him on the podcast. Honestly, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the one thing that I don't look forward to coming up, like especially the week before.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody's my best friend.
Oh, of course, man. You got to watch for those guys
and it's
too.
like I get it. I have a small circle of people I talk to every day, but then again, it's just the week before. Like,
Hey, remember me?
hey, remember me?
Hey, man, it's been a few years,
Hey,
but
how about the tickets?
how about them VIPs, bro?
Yeah, and it's like I'm the type of person where like I would just let everybody go. Like, yeah, I like hooking people up. I love doing all that, but I can't.
You can't.
Can't lose.
You can't do it, man.
And I'm hard to say. Like, I don't like saying no to people.
Yeah.
You know, so but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when one person does, and then this person wants one, then this person wants one, and
Yeah.
it's just
Everybody
like,
wants something.
Got to keep
Yeah.
friends and business separate.
Oh, of
Kinda.
course, man.
Unless you're a friend that calls me on a Thursday afternoon just to say, hey, what are you doing?
Exactly.
That's
I love
different.
that.
That's different. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I've got old friends I don't hear from for years, months, and they can call me anytime, man.
But then you
know.
got friends too that like you don't talk to because you know when you get older you got family and stuff like that.
Of course, yeah.
And you could like literally not talk to someone for a year and then see them and pick right back up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that, man. I got a bunch like that.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I'm not being a dick, but like I'm putting a lot of money on this event.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know, and it's
Yeah.
like it's $20.
you can't complain, people.
It's $20.
$20.
Yeah.
Come watch some trucks yank each other backwards, and
Yeah.
And it's not even that. Like some people say, man, truck pulls are so boring. Like it's the atmosphere.
of
You know,
course, yeah.
Go find something else to do. That.
Everyone's
Literally,
gonna-
dude, go do something.
Everyone's gonna be there.
Yeah,
And I couldn't tell you, like because we put some trucks out there on the side of the Colonial.
I've been seeing
How
that.
many?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many people do you think drive by this every day?
Oh, shitload. It's Colonial, man.
And I kind of like said something to Dante the other day, and I was like, hey, what happens if too many people come? Like, do we just tell people, hey, we're full,
sold out?
We're full, and he's like, bring them in.
Hell yeah.
Pile
I
'em
like
in.
that, man.
Yeah, so
I think the only thing that you're gonna have to deal with is when that 10 o'clock hits.
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna
Either
be
that or
tough,
parking.
man.
I hope Lee
gotta-
County Sheriff's out there. They're gonna have to get some people out of there, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the point, but the ranch is going to be open that night.
Ah, that's
So
very
hopefully people
true.
go in
Yeah,
there.
that's what we're gonna
You
do,
know,
boys. All
I
right,
was gonna say,
that's
we
what
gotta
we're
find
gonna
some
do.
after party.
The axe throwing
After
place,
party,
you know?
yeah, axe throwing,
Party.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the barn. After
Exactly.
party,
Right
go in
after
the
the
bar.
polls, yeah, you go right in the bar.
Fort
Close the bar.
Myers version, you know?
Yes, of course.
But it's cool because the axe throwing place, like, they're actually, obviously, whoever been there, they got a nice bar.
Yeah,
I've
been
seen
there
the
before. I
inside,
like
yeah.
it. It's a pretty cool
nice.
place.
Yeah.
It's really nice. They pulled the permit. They're going to serve alcohol in the parking lot, too. They're going to have
Oh, they're gonna have
They're gonna have
vendors.
tubs.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, you're doing it
perfect.
right. You're
Yeah,
doing it right.
Yeah.
So, but I was telling them, like, bring people. Like, you're going to need help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
Bartenders, they're gonna I think catch. They did, I think, between $12,000 and $16,000 in alcohol sales
What, your old poll? Is that what you're
at
saying? Yeah.
one truck pull.
Gotcha. And just in alcohol.
Yep.
Wow.
Now, is
Yeah.
that pretty good? Like, I don't know about bars or anything.
I mean,
like that.
12
yeah,
to
yeah,
$16,000
In a couple
a night.
hours.
It was
Yeah.
their biggest night they've ever
Yeah.
had.
Well, it depends
there,
on the type of work
so,
you're doing.
yeah.
Because I've done type of jobs where it's like,
Yeah, but
I
that's
wouldn't-
just
I wouldn't
alcohol.
know.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
wouldn't
I
know.
mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Honestly, I'm expecting 2,000 people.
Or now,
There
are
could
you
be more?
Have you thought about food trucks at all?
They're serving.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're
So we're gonna
bringing
have food.
barbecue and everything.
Really?
I did say, hey, listen, like I was stressing, like you guys might want to think about,
Ordering
possibly like charge a vendor to come out
Definitely.
and set up
Yeah.
just to help.
Yeah.
But
And a vendor would love that
they'll
too.
see. They'll
Yeah.
see when the first one's done. They'll
Yeah.
know, like, okay, now we believe you. Like,
Yeah.
we get it.
This is your
So,
test dummy, but I think it's going to go pretty damn well,
yeah,
man.
Dude, from what I'm seeing and hearing, this is a foolproof system. I mean,
Well, he's done this. He's vetted in this. That's the thing. This isn't someone that's saying, "Oh, I want to do truck
Yeah.
pulls. I'm starting this from the ground up."
Well, you
He's
gotta
been
think,
doing it.
You got
you
all
know?
the people that would go to this back in the day, and
Yep.
then now you got all these new people.
The
that are
younger
gonna come
kids.
in too.
Just finding
it's
out.
gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty.
It's gonna be a good
huge.
mix.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's gonna be a party,
oh yeah.
but it's still family friendly. You know.
Yeah, bring
It's
the
just
kids.
Everybody that knows everybody. That's everyone's gonna be there.
right.
You know, and then 10 o'clock. Don't look for me because I'll be on my way home.
You're out of there, huh?
Lights are coming on. I gotta go get lights. And
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. Are you gonna do like some like generator type lights
That
or
parking lot is dark.
it's dark?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm thinking 3, maybe 4 I don't know who I'm gonna use. I was figuring I'd get a sponsor, but whatever.
Yeah.
If anybody knows anybody,
I don't know who's
Talk
got
to
those
Sunbelt,
lights.
maybe.
Sunbelt, yeah.
I'll go to Sunbelt. I don't have to go pick them all up.
You've
but-
used them before, haven't you?
I used to use All-Star. I should
All-Star.
call Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't used them in a
If you guys have big generator lights, hit us up because
I would say probably 4 though for the pools. You know?
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
definitely.
maybe like
that
one in
truck
each
up.
corner.
Well, I want to make
Yeah.
it comfortable too for like everyone, not
Yeah.
just concentrated on the pools.
on the
but,
poles
like,
for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like all them guys, you got to think we got to have everyone room for trailers.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone that's
Yeah.
pulling that ain't a
And they
daily
don't
driver
want, they
truck.
don't want people walking around
Their trucks
their
and stuff.
trailers
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
what's the plan for that? Where are you wanting the trailers to be parked at?
Yeah, 'cause,
it'll be in the
with-
back. It'll be in the back side, like where Colonial is, in between. You know,
Okay.
I think we're gonna push them over there.
Okay.
Everything changes the day of.
Of course.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll
Yeah.
have a big 40 footer
yeah,
or something.
Yeah, trailers aren't small now. You know?
Oh no. So yeah, that's what we'll do that. But we want to put some light on them too, just so nobody
Yeah,
messes.
with them.
Right.
Because at the
Yeah.
barn, you can walk right up to anybody's trailer out
for
there,
sure.
man.
Oh, that's a nice hitch. You know?
Yeah,
I
literally.
hope
Oh,
nobody
really?
does that, but
Dude.
yeah.
It's like that.
Well, shout out Heavy Metal Fat Bobby Brown. I was at the barn one time and dropping off some parts. He said, I've got a dually Alumaduty with a drop deck trailer. I said, okay, cool. I found one. I put my parts in the bed, and he's like, where are the parts? I said, they're in your bed. He said, no, they're not. We had to walk back there, get them out of this guy's truck. Everyone's looking at us, you know.
Oh,
so
jeez.
I do like the idea of having light on the trailers or something, you know.
And anyone then, because I'm going to be sharing this on Facebook.
I'm
too.
sure, yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like, I should have let everyone that wants to pull. They always forget to bring a clevis hitch.
Yeah, so is it just hooking to hitches or axles?
I think it's no.
no axle.
Oh, no.
So that's what's different at the barn. They all
yeah.
hook straight to axles. Yeah.
That's how they get ripped out. You know.
40.
Ah, yeah.
I think we're doing like a 41-inch hitch. Height.
Okay. Yeah.
But these guys, they literally have it.
Yep.
where You can.
They can go wherever
if-
they need to.
If you hook them up at a quarter of an inch where it's supposed to be, they freak.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Because
it's
there is
literally,
a.
yeah.
I mean, if you talk about like the physics of pulling, I've heard that if the strap is higher from the other guy, you have like advantage. Yeah.
I'll tell you
yeah,
a story.
yeah.
So one time we were at a party one night, and one of my buddies, Brock, he had a 2-wheel drive 12 valve first gen dually,
Hell yeah.
and I think we were in St. Carlos Park.
Oh man.
So
Oh man. I wonder what street.
oh yeah, and we. Brock is just, he don't care. Like, I'll hook up to anybody, And there was a Duramax, and a 4-wheel drive Duramax, and it don't matter. But anyways, that truck was, it was a stock truck.
Yeah.
And then they went hitch to hitch, and obviously that Duramax probably,
Pulled him. Yeah.
yeah. So, but then Brock's like, put it on my gooseneck. So we put that strap on the gooseneck, and when that truck's pulling,
Yep.
the strap's pulling down the bed,
Yeah.
and that he just drug him.
Drug 'em,
And
yeah.
It's like it's physics.
It is. It's all physics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can tell when the guys that are really into pulling, they have these big fancy hitches, and yeah, if you mess up where it goes,
Yeah,
they're gonna.
3,000 pounds hanging
Yeah,
off the front
yeah.
of the truck. I think because like I never really built a pull truck. I just put them on, but I think. Them in pull trucks, they just nose
They
dive.
nose dive. There's so
But
much
when
weight.
they hook up,
It's level.
The truck's level.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I still haven't figured out what's better, long wheelbase or short wheelbase.
With pulling,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been told to do two different things. I don't really care.
Yeah,
but
I've heard it.
I've always wondered,
Yeah.
like
I
make
think
a
it's
difference?
weight and where your hitch is at.
Weight
Yeah.
distribution.
I think that's really it.
Tires too, man.
Tires?
Like from all the events I've done, you would see like, it's so funny. Like if someone, usually a truck will win 3 or 4 pulls in a row,
Man. Yeah.
and then everyone buys that guy's tires he used,
Yeah, I'm sure.
and then another guy starts winning, and then whatever tires he's having. I remember it went from the Truxas to the Pit Bulls.
I've seen guys with like turf tires, man.
Yeah.
And they'll pull.
Yeah.
You know.
So it's just so.
I think
funny.
it's also
like,
the driver. The driver really matters.
you don't want to spin those tires.
where you sit on your brake,
Yeah.
when to get them, there's certain things, and I think it's just all experience when you learn to do it. And you'll see certain guys that'll look like they're losing, they're not. They're just waiting for their moment, and
Yeah.
then they go. You
Yeah.
know.
So yeah, it's gonna be. I can't wait.
Yeah, man.
I'm excited.
Hell
No
yeah.
doubt.
But yeah, so that's where that's
You-
basically the story of it.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I love it, man. You guys got anything else to say or what?
Hopefully, we got some more events of that coming in the future after that.
So I'll tell you too, like,
Yeah, what
and
kind of ideas you got
it's
here?
so crazy. Like, I'm gonna concentrate on the pools for right now.
Yeah.
Right.
See how,
Like,
see how it
where
goes
where
and all
would you
that.
think of doing? Like, I can't do sand drags anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
We'll have to talk to
It'd have to
Mr.
be-
John
it-
out here, wherever
Well,
he is.
it'd have to be local, you know.
Oh, we know.
But
So he runs a rock pit here, in Fort Myers. And
Really?
he might be the guy to talk to. He's probably itching to get back in the driver's seat too. So
Is
yeah,
yeah. So, but yeah, definitely, we're gonna do an unlimited pull too.
yeah. I want to get some like crazy grudge, just megas,
yeah,
just
there
because that's
will
the
be.
difference.
Yeah.
With megas, there's no
That's
competition.
gonna be
it's just
that's gonna have to be
back
an
and
18
forth.
and older event.
That
Oh,
and
for
also wherever you do it, that creates so much smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Tractor and they shoot rubber. I mean, I get it why we were not doing them for the first ones.
Yeah,
But when you do, we got to find someplace that understands these things produce sound,
yeah,
a lot of
loud
smoke.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
like it's crazy.
yeah. And you got to make sure people aren't drinking.
yeah.
that's
The
another
barn,
thing,
it's
too.
dude,
Like, if you're pulling, you're not drinking.
yeah.
Because-
At the barn, they don't really regulate that.
No,
and
it's a
them
part
guys
of
are
it.
to the
Oh, jeez.
floor.
No,
man.
well, see the truck drivers. You're not supposed to have alcohol in the back. Remember?
Yeah, when you go, there's a gate. They don't let you bring alcohol into there. But if you're in the bar, you can drink.
Or
So
if
they
you
all
have-
go drink.
Or you have a Yeti crate.
Yeah.
They'll go pound drinks, and they're like, "All right, I'm ready to pull," and they head back
That's
out
their
there.
motivation.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have it lined up, and it's crazy. I can't tell you how hard it is to try and convince a place to let us do this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
can't
it's
get
not.
so-
It can't
and
be
it
easy.
sounds
Yeah.
easy, like, dude, you're gonna make a boatload of money and have a boatload. But
Truck
it's just
pulls.
Like, yeah, they're like, what do you mean? Like,
You mean tractor pulls?
yeah, like no. So
You know, it's funny you say that because I explained it to somebody the other day, and they're like, they're gonna bring like a sled pull in. I'm
No.
like,
Yeah, that's what they
no,
think.
no.
That's what
It's a
people
tug of war.
think. Yeah.
It's a tug of war.
Yeah.
Tug of war.
And
yeah.
technically, truck pulls is you need to pull a sled, but
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
some reason down here, like
It's yeah.
we've always called it truck
Truck pulls. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. You go to like northern Florida or anywhere
Yeah.
in like the real south.
Called
South
tug of war.
Georgia.
Yeah, they're sled pulls and
Yeah.
tractors and things like that.
Yeah.
So
I think that'd be pretty cool
There's
to get
only
down
two
here one
really.
day.
Definitely.
There's like Southwest Florida's known for their tug of war trucks.
yeah,
Like, not really. There's, and I'm not gonna say because Orlando, Polk County.
Yeah, Polk County.
They're
Yeah.
about it too.
yeah.
But I'm gonna say too, there's a big following in Ohio. And
I've
if I
heard of
don't
that.
Or the
remember-
northern states.
I think Ohio came down one year to maybe RYC or somewhere. It was a while ago.
So you're talking about the sled pulls, right?
no tug of wars.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I remember a clapped out POS Chevrolet truck. They don't lift their trucks. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
They
just-
can't.
They just no. This was a tug of war truck.
Okay,
but
okay.
it was RYC,
Really?
and this dude came down from Ohio, and he drug everyone down here. and I didn't watch the event. I left, and Dante was like, "Remember that old Chevrolet that was there? That was getting ready to weigh in." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You know that one?" I'm like, "There's no way." He's like, "Yeah, that truck was designed specifically to do this." I guess there's a big following.
Probably like no suspension. Probably just welded everything
Maybe.
straight. Like
Do you guys remember Terry Temple?
that name
That's
sounds
the
so
name.
familiar.
Terry
Yeah.
used to work at 4x4s and more.
Okay.
He married Wendy, and they moved out of state. But he
Gotcha.
used to be huge into the tug of wars down here.
Yeah.
And he would pull with a 5-speed.
Really,
He's
a
like the
manual.
only- him and Smiley were the only two that I can ever know that could pull.
Dump in the clutch.
Yeah, and they would win. But Terry, when he worked at 4x4s and more, he's the one that they used to be off of. It's like a tire place now, but I remember there used to be 4x4s and more, and then before it was Southern Tire. And Wheel.
Southern Tire. That's
It
what I
was
was thinking
Action
of.
full
Right off
drive.
Fowler, right there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So and then, but yeah, Terry was like he came back. I remember. I think Keith Goglin did it because Keith does truck pulls too. He does like the Posse Arena and stuff.
Gotcha.
He used to do them at the Civic Center, and I remember they did a big tug of war at the Civic Center. And like Terry wasn't living here, and he had a 6'4" single cab long bed lifted. It was nice, and he pulled his truck, but he pulled his rear shocks out,
Oh
and
my
he
God.
put in like these
Like a torsion type
like
bar.
a bar where that truck is not gonna move. He drug
Lockouts,
He
yeah.
is daily. He drug everybody.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny, man.
Terry was crazy. Yeah, I miss Terry. He was cool. He's a real OG.
OG, yeah, it sounds like
OG,
it.
yeah.
And that's the Traction Trails guy?
No, Terry.
Different Terry.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Terry Temple. Yeah, he don't live here no more.
Okay.
So, but he's from. Yeah, he was OOG. You know, so
Yeah.
that's who I would look up to back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I had a few, like Mike Coleus, the Yeti.
Yeah,
Remember the
Mike.
Yeti?
Yeah,
It's my
yeah.
guy,
I used to
man.
always bring Mike. he did a couple grudge matches.
Yep, I've seen Mike pull right around here.
Yeah, I remember my buddy Chris had his old Dodge, and he hooked up to Chris.
Yeah.
And Mike broke an axle.
Oh yeah.
But
Classic.
Everyone's there, like they don't know that.
Yeah.
And my buddy Chris, he had a 2.5 ton, like a first gen gas Dodge.
Yeah.
And they're seeing my buddy's Dodge pull Coleus down
with this big 5-ton 23
and they're
truck.
like, what is going on? Like, is this Yeti? Like, this thing's a POS? They don't know his axles broke, you know.
Yeah.
They're just seeing him.
Yeah.
Mike was so mad. Like,
I'm sure
I
he
get
was.
it, you know. And so, yeah, that was fun. That was at Catch 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember all those times Mike would bring that shit out there, man.
What's he up to? He's
doing good, man.
doing
He's out of the
something?
mud scene.
Yeah.
He sold everything.
He'll get back into it.
He wants to buy his old buggy back. He told me that.
Oh,
Which
yeah?
is a badass buggy.
I got guys that ask me if they can pull their buggies, like, and do all this stuff.
Maybe
you know?
this guy will do it. He's got a 2.5-ton Palm Beach big buggy, 23-1.
Yeah.
Billy Love's got a really. I guess like the new thing now is like
Fast buggies.
Yeah.
Buggy races,
We
man.
went to him at
Crazy.
Bamboo. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
How was it?
Really good.
I heard a lot of complaints though of how because it was supposed to start at a certain time, and we're sitting there sweating our asses off.
Yeah, it was hotter than hell. That
I'll
day.
tell you something about how that goes, but keep going. Why that happens? So.
Yeah, well, it took like 30 extra minutes
At
before
least,
someone did
yeah.
one run, and we're like,
Really?
what the hell, you know?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Putting
so.
on events like that, like I've ran into like time delay and stuff.
Yeah.
Whenever we say we're going to start at a certain time, it's always 20, 30 minutes
Of
after.
course, yeah.
You know, because it's like you have to put on the perfect show.
Yeah,
So-
of course.
And you want everything to run with each other.
Flawless.
So like, let's just say those buggy races, you know, you had your first 2 races, you know, they're ready to go.
Yep.
But
Yep.
your 3rd and 4th race, they're still on the trailer getting
Yep.
ready.
Yep.
You don't want to run 1, 2, and
Yeah,
then
you
got to
line them all up.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
keep it like the goal is you don't want any downtime.
Yeah.
you want it to run straight through. You want it to be high energy, and then
Yep.
be.
See, that was the
But
problem,
you want it to
though.
be quick.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
you guys will see around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
people will start pouring out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're just like okay. And then people start pulling in. They
And
know where
yep.
the party is. But you want to keep it consistent, quick, and then go.
And I
get
that's
that.
how you get a perfect event.
Yeah.
That's why I think the barn is so successful. You see how fast they get those guys
They
in
got a
and out.
guy out there, bro. He has a clipboard, and he runs around, and he'll be like,
All- the whole time.
let's go," and they line them
Yeah,
up.
that's, I
man.
got
Like,
Heather. Like you'll see Heather.
Yeah.
She's a little pit bull, man. She's
Dude,
like,
you yell
get
at
your
him, bro.
truck, and they're like,
Come
it's
on.
overheating. Like I don't
give a shit.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
You gotta
so
keep it- you gotta keep
Brian,
it going.
You know, Brian, he's our announcer. We've used him since day one.
Really? So
He's
it's
always
OG.
rolling.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's
He's always
awesome.
You'll know
rolling.
the voice too.
Yeah.
Really? You'll know the
I
voice.
can't
Oh, yeah.
remember it, man, but
you'll-
I'll
you'll
probably-
know the voice.
Brian,
Yeah.
he comes and he's like he's been with us since like day one.
That's
And
awesome.
he just talks and talks, and he knows what to say.
Now,
know?
are you guys
Yeah.
gonna have music on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to tell him like at the beginning, you put some like old classic country on,
Yeah.
but as
See,
the
the
night
barn-
goes on, you
Yeah.
start getting it.
See, the barn plays like grunge metal.
Oh.
Like when the dude
Oh,
ACDC,
Scorpions
and
yeah,
shit.
like dude, it gets rowdy.
See, that's the thing is like my crowd is like our generation.
Of course,
like,
yeah.
I want it to be like that party, fun crowd.
I'm
but
down with that
but I
too,
don't-
bro.
But it's still under control.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
Right.
You don't want people getting too
I want people to
ratchet
come,
out there.
I want people to come back.
Yeah, of course.
sure.
Especially if there's kids.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely. So, but it's so funny. Yeah, like so all these trucks and everyone. The week of is the best.
Yeah.
Before the event, everyone's stressing. Tara's yelling at me. Did you do this? Did you do this? And I'm like, yeah.
But I bet you love that though. You live for it, bro.
Oh yeah, it's so fun.
I feel like this is gonna feel so nostalgic for you when the week comes around. You know.
I was gonna tell you, like I was saying, how hard it is to get a bar.
Right.
We had another bar that just messaged us or called us 2 weeks ago. Hey, can we do this at my bar too?
No, dude,
Wow.
that's
It's
awesome.
in town.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you say the name or
Yeah,
I
you
can
allowed
bleep
to
it
say
out if you
anything
want
yet?
me to.
It's in town.
Okay,
Like,
it's
it's
in
in the
town.
city of Fort Myers.
Yeah? They got space, though?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Now,
shit.
if you say city of Fort Myers, we're talking like downtown area. Like, what are we talking here?
It's within walking distance of the Chevrolet dealership off Fowler.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
So
Do you, now, how do you think that would be a pretty good area for another
well, the
event?
thing
or-
is the thing this is if this event goes well, they're gonna want us back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like it'd be kind of unfair, It's like, hey, thanks for letting us do it, but we're gonna go somewhere else, Like,
Yep. Yep.
we're gonna play it out and see how it goes. But it's
It
just,
looks like we have our first sponsor up here on the truck.
tack wheeled it right there. Just
Shout out to Southern Burners. We are at the Southern Burners headquarters right now, and they are gracious enough to let us
Yes.
use their shop, their really cool bar, and everything to do this little
Yeah.
conversation we're having.
Big
So,
thanks to John and Tracy.
John and
Colton.
Tracy, man. We
Y'all
can't
are the
thank them
best.
enough.
That is a massive zip tie.
Yeah, so I guess my truck is now the Southern Burners truck.
Yeah, just leave it up there, you know.
I won't even put a grill. That's my grill
That is
right
the new
there.
grill.
I think Tracy's wanting some Southern Burners advertising.
Yeah, she is. I told her. It's our first advertiser right there.
Yeah.
Call them for anything. CNC table, powder coating, full builds, everything. We do it all down here. so.
Part-time builds,
Part-time.
full-time builds. He loves it all.
But
He wouldn't trade it for nothing.
yeah.
You guys got a lot of room in here.
This is
That
a
was a-
40 by 100 shop. 40 by 84, but it feels big and it's fully AC'd and
Super tall ceilings.
it's all concrete and
I pulled up and I'm like,
Damn.
like, are we at the right place? Like, and he pulls up on a tractor. Like, I'm putting the gate code. It's not working. And then I'm like, I hope I'm at the right place. This dude's gonna like. I see a tractor pulling.
Yeah,
up,
John was
and
probably
I'm
mean
like,
mugging like who the hell is this?
Get off my property.
Yeah.
My bad. You know.
yeah, dude, that gate
Well,
is a revolving door.
I do air conditioning. And
Yeah.
Like, it has nothing to do with what we're here for. But I did a service call in LaBelle once.
Yeah.
Like, in the boondocks of LaBelle.
Gotcha.
And I pull up to this road and I'm following GPS and it's just for a half a mile. It's a private road. Half a mile is like no trespassing. Turn around now.
God.
Turn around now. And I'm like, and it's like 9:00 at night and I'm like, there's no lights and I'm like, oh, either two things are gonna happen. I'm gonna be at the right place, or no one's ever gonna see me
Again.
again.
They don't give
And
you like
and
a
I
customer
pull in there and
phone
there's-
number.
Well, this guy actually ended up being really cool. Like, yeah, they don't answer their phone. You know, like there's
Yeah.
no service out here.
Of course,
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
and this guy actually was
Yeah.
really cool, but I'm like, it was like a junkyard.
Really?
But it was everything like anything you can think. There was helicopters, airplanes, and like I get there and this dude just jumps out of this van like, "Hey, you here for the AC?" And I'm like, "Oh, thank God, yeah, let's go, man." Like,
Yeah.
So it's like pulling in places like this.
It's a little
there's
sketchy
a
sometimes.
reason why people live out
Yeah.
in places like this.
Yeah.
They don't want nobody coming up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a pretty cool place. I like it.
Yeah, man. I love it too. Well, boys, we are at hour and 30. You got anything else we want to talk about, or are you good, or what?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah. So one more time, guys. March 30th, Lee County Black Smoke, near the ranch. I don't know the axe throwing place's name,
What
but
time's the gates open again?
6 o'clock, right?
6.
Yeah.
Pool
Truck
start
pulls.
at 7.
No, the gates open at 5.
Okay. Pull started tentatively 6-ish.
We'll shoot for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
We're
get
cool.
there early if you want that VIP.
If you want that
spot.
VIP.
First come, first serve.
Yes, sir.
And if anybody like messages me like, you know, like, hey, what's up? You know, like I'm not being rude.
No.
You know, like I would let everyone in for free.
Just
if I
gotta be
could.
fair.
If you could, yeah.
I don't live off of this. Like,
Yep.
it doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I'm putting money out. You know, like.
To basically fund the whole event.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and this stuff it costs money. Like
Definitely.
like that radio ad we're about to do. Like that's
Yeah.
$1,000 right there. You know. So,
Make sure you guys check in for that too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to give a big shout out to TJ for coming out, man.
appreciate it.
Lee County Black Smoke. I hope we have him on again.
Yeah,
It'd be cool to
let's
run this
do
back
this.
again
Yeah,
after
yeah.
the event or
Yeah,
something.
and we'll talk about the next one.
Yes.
Recap,
Yeah.
recap, and then
yeah.
they're planning the next one. You need to get
So-
a banner, man.
I know we need to get a band. We got a lot to do. But thank you guys for tuning in. Check us out. Mega Truck Media, Spotify, YouTube. You know what to do.
Facebook,
Like,
Snapchat.
comment,
Yeah.
subscribe, all those good things. So thank you guys. Peace.